How's it going, everyone? Austin Honecker here. I just want to come on here for a while and give my review for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dark from last night, which was June 14th, 2022. I gotta say, it was awesome from start to finish. For the matches, match one, it was QT Marshall versus Allen Five Angels. That was a great match, but the ending to it, QT Marshall went over with the Diamond Cutter. Match two, it was Bobby Fish versus Brock Anderson. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Bobby Fish went over with the knee bar. Well, after the match, Bobby Fish kept the knee bar locked in on Brock Anderson, and as that was going on, Darby Allin came out for the save, but Bobby Fish retreated, and Darby Allin and Bobby Fish stared each other down, and Bobby Fish went backstage, and Darby Allin gave his skateboard to a little kid in the audience, and then Darby Allin helped Brock Anderson back, uh, get around to walk backstage and everything. That was cool. That was after the match, by the way. Match three, it was the Jericho Appreciation Society, which are Daniel Garcia, Matt Menard, and Angelo Parker versus Ray Rosas, Sin Booty, and Jake Banning. That was a squash match, but the ending to it, the Jericho Appreciation Society went over because Daniel Garcia made Ray Rosas tap out to the sharpshooter. Well, after the match, Angelo Parker got on the microphone and cut a promo saying, AEW Galaxy, appreciate us. Then Matt Menard got on the microphone and cut a promo and said, Daddy Magic has something to say. June 29th, Eddie Kingston, Santana, Ortiz, Blackpool Bastards, no problem. And then the Jericho Appreciation Society, which are Daniel Garcia, Matt Menard, and Angelo Parker, stood tall and left the ring and everything. That was cool. That was after the match, by the way. Match four, it was Ruby Soho, Chris Statlander, and Anna Jay versus Nyla Rose, Emi Sakura, and Diamante. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Ruby Soho, Anna Jay, and Chris Statlander went over because Chris Statlander pinned Diamante with the Night Fever. Match five, it was Konosuke Takeshita. Wait a minute. Excuse me, sorry. Match five, it was Anthony Ogogo versus Nick Ruiz. That was a squash match, but the ending to it, Anthony Ogogo went over with the pop-up knockout punch. Match six, it was Konosuke Takeshita versus Nick Comoroto. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Konosuke Takeshita went over with the jumping knee strike. Match seven, it was Matt Sydal versus Taylor Rust. That was a squash match, but the ending to it, Matt Sydal went over with the lightning spiral. And match eight, which was the main event, it was Ethan Page versus Frankie Kazarian. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Ethan Page went over with a schoolboy. Now, after the match, as Ethan Page and Dan Lambert were celebrating Ethan Page's victory, Frankie Kazarian attacked Ethan Page from behind by throwing him out of the ring, and then Scorpio Sky came out and didn't get in the ring or anything, but as Scorpio Sky was out by the ring staring down Frankie Kazarian, Frankie Kazarian turned his attention on Dan Lambert, and then Frankie Kazarian locked in the crossface chicken wing on Dan Lambert, and then Frankie Kazarian let Dan Lambert go and turned his attention to Scorpio Sky, but then Ethan Page attacked Frankie Kazarian from behind and beat the shit out of him, and then beat the shit out of him and everything. And then as that was going on, Christopher Daniels came out to the ring for the save, and Ethan Page and Dan Lambert retreated along with Scorpio Sky, and Ethan Page got on the microphone and said, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, guys, I know what you're thinking. Tag team match. But I'm here to tell you right now, you two can no longer team here in AEW again." Then Christopher Daniels got on the microphone and said, "Ethan, you're right about one thing. Frankie and I, we can no longer team in AEW. But I will say this, I can kick your Canadian ass, Ethan, and I will kick your Canadian ass." And then that was what Christopher Daniels said, by the way. And Frankie Kazarian got on the microphone and said, "Hey, Scorp, yeah, kid, I made you, and I will break you." Then, uh, and then, uh, uh, and then Frankie Kazarian had, Frankie Kazarian got the crowd going and said, "Let's all chant SCU." So the crowd chanted SCU, and then Frankie Kazarian and Christopher Daniels stood tall in the ring while Dan Lambert and Men of the Year, which are Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page, were looking on stage and everything. That was cool. And that was after the match, by the way. Now, besides all that, Anthony Bowens cut a promo talking about how he loved being in professional wrestling and how he's a gay man, and how with his sexuality he was afraid to get in the wrestling business, in the professional wrestling business, because of how people were going to be and everything. But it turned out that he's accepted in the business and everything. And then Anthony Bowens was talking about how he came out with his sexuality and everything as well. That was cool. Now, besides all that, Taz and Excalibur done commentary throughout the whole show. They done awesome as usual. Ricky Starks done guest commentary along with Taz and Excalibur during the matches of the Jericho Appreciation Society versus Ray Rosas, Sin Bodie, and Jack Banning, and Ethan Page versus Frankie Kazarian. Ricky Starks done great on guest commentary, and Mark Henry done guest commentary along with Taz and Excalibur during the match between Ruby Soho, Anna Jay, and Chris Statlander versus Nyla Rose, Emi Sakura, and Diamante. Mark Henry done great on guest commentary. The referees for the event were Mike Posey, Rick Knox, Bryce Remsburg, Stephon Smith, and Aubrey Edwards. Okay. Mike Posey refereed the match between QT Marshall versus Allen Five Angels. Rick Knox refereed the match between Bobby Fish versus Brock Anderson. Aubrey Edwards refereed the match between the Jericho Appreciation Society versus Ray Rosas, Sin Bodie, and Jack Banning. Bryce Remsburg refereed the match between Ruby Soho, Anna Jay, and Chris Statlander versus Nyla Rose, Diamante, and Emi Sakura. Rick Knox refereed the match between Anthony Ogogo versus Nick Ruiz. Rick Knox refereed the match between Konosuke Takeshita versus Nick Camarado. Stephon Smith refereed the match between Matt Sydal versus Taylor Rust. And Bryce Rims and Aubrey Edwards refereed the match between Ethan Page versus Frankie Kazarian. All the referees done awesome as usual. Now, the match card that's been announced for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dynamite's special event, Road Rager, it's going to be the Jurassic Express, which are Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, versus the Young Bucks, which are Matt and Nick Jackson, in a ladder match for the AEW Tag Team titles. Chris Jericho versus Ortiz in a hair versus hair match. Miro versus Ethan Page in an AEW All Atlantic title qualifying match. Dax Harwood versus Will Ospreay. Wardlow versus the AEW security guards in a 20-on-1 handicap elimination match. And Britt Baker versus Tony Storm. Those are the matches that have been announced. Now, besides the matches that have been announced, Jon Moxley and Hiroshi Tanahashi will be having a face-to-face confrontation. So, the match card for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dynamite special event, Road Rager, looks like it's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see it. I'm looking forward to it. But anyway, I just wanted to come on here for a while and give my review for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dark from last night, which was June 14th, 2022. Like I said, it was awesome from start to finish. And with that being said, my name is Austin Honecker, and I will catch your ass down the road. Peace out. Peace out.